Let's take a look at Alabama's 2025 projected offensive starters post-spring transfer portal. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Kangaroo Black, coming back once again to take a look at my Alabama Crimson Tide 2025 projected offensive starters for the 2025 season. Now the transfer portal has closed. We kind of got a sense of who will be starting where on the offensive side of the ball for my Alabama Crimson Tide. We got players coming back, a lot of them. We got players that was backups last year that will be starting this year, and we got new additions and we got transfers. And some of those transfers and new additions may just be starters on the offensive side of the ball for my Alabama Crimson Tide this upcoming season. Now, if you want to find this article, you can just go to al.com. So let's go ahead and get into it. At the quarterback position, we all know who we got. Ty Simpson, who's the most veteran guy. A guy that offensive coordinator Ryan Grubb said if we was playing a game tomorrow, he would be the starter. We also got Washington transfer Austin Mack, who's been with the team for one season now. We got Keelan Russell, the new incoming freshman phenom. The guy's been getting a lot of buzz. Okay, so we got those three guys at the quarterback position. Now, I would think that Ty Simpson would be the starter in 2025, backed up by Austin Mack, a guy who's been with the program a year already. He also had 1 year on the Ryan Grubb and Coach Kalen DeBoer when they was at Washington. Third quarterback, incoming freshman, Keelan Russell. Now, what surprised me about this transfer portal that we didn't lose a quarterback in the transfer portal. Okay, matter of fact, Alabama didn't lose a scholarship player in the transfer portal at all, and that says a lot. That says that this whole team is buying what Kalen DeBoer is selling. Everybody is bought in. That is the reason why Alabama didn't have a scholarship player to transfer at all this spring. Okay, so quarterback position, starter, Ty Simpson. Second team quarterback, or next on the totem pole, Austin Mack, in my opinion. And then Keelan Russell. That's just my opinion. Now, anything could happen between now and the start of the season. Ty Simpson can lose his lead, during the summer or the fall practice. Keelan Russell could come from the bottom of the pack and start on day one. But I doubt that'll happen. Austin Mack, he can, impress the coaches enough for him to start on day one. But as of right now, I would have it Ty Simpson, Austin Mack, Keelan Russell. That's just me, and that is the quarterback position. Running back, Jam Miller, Richard Young, Daniel Hill, Dre Washington, Kevin Riley, A.K. Deer. We are stacked at the running back position. I mean, absolutely stacked. But Jam Miller, he will be the most definite starter at the start of the season, unless he gets injured. I don't think none of these guys can surpass Jam Miller and start game one. I don't. Now, the number two back, Richard Young, in my opinion. We done seen Richard Young. We know what he can do. We know he's a powerful back. We know that the guy can hit the hole. He can run over people. He can run around people. So Richard Young, the number two back. Then the number three back, I would go with Kevin Riley because he's been in the system already. We know what to expect out of Kevin Riley. We done seen what he can do. This guy's a powerful running back also. Dre Washington, transfer, so I would put him first. As the fullback, and then A.K. Deer. But this running back room is absolutely loaded. J.M. Miller, Richard Young, Daniel Hill, Kevin Riley, Dre Washington, A.K. Dick, loaded. I think next season, maybe one or two of these guys just might transfer. We'll see who we bring in the 2026 class at this running back position. But as of right now, I have no worries about the running back position. None whatsoever. As far as this article and analysis, it says Miller is back for another season after starting the 2024 season, and there is no reason to believe he won't start again, which is true. The question is, who gets the most reps behind him? Young figures to be in the mix for a good number of carries. Hill is one guy who maybe stood out as much as anybody this spring, coming from Ryan Grubb. Okay, but that's the analysis on the running back position. But J.M. Miller is the most definite starter. Okay, let's move on to the wide receiver core. Loaded once again. Ryan Williams, Jerry Bernard, Rico Scott, incoming freshman, Lotzil Brooks. We got Jalen Mbakwe, who transferred from the defensive side of the ball to the offensive side of the ball. Cole Allen is coming back. Jalen Hale is coming back from injury. We still got Bubba Hampton, who was there last year. You got incoming freshman, highly touted freshman, Derek Meadows in the mix. Not to mention, transfer from Miami, Isaiah Horton, who has a lot of game time experience. A lot of it. But in my opinion, starters, Ryan Williams, Jeremy Bernard, and transfer Isaiah Horton. Those are my starters. Isaiah Horton, he's a big guy. 6'4", 6'5", over 200 pounds. Probably the biggest wide receiver on the roster for my Alabama Crimson Tide. But Lotzil Brooks, who's getting a lot of praise from the coaches and his teammates, he will be on the field in 2025. I think he will be backing up somebody, a rotational player. He will be on the field in meaningful game time appearances. So look out for Lotzil Brooks. I think Rico Scott has did enough for me to say he will be a rotational wide receiver for my Alabama Crimson Tide, and he will get meaningful game time experience also. Cole Adams, Mr. Reliable. That's what the wide receiver coach, DeMarcus Shepard, called him last season. Mr. Reliable. He is there. Remember, he got injured last season twice. So he is back. Jalen Hale, he is back. Hopefully he's 100%. Towards MCL, I think last season, MCL, ACL was out for the whole entire season. So hopefully he can come in and he can contribute, and I think he will be a rotational piece also who will get a lot of game time experience. But for me, Ryan Williams, you already know he's going to be that number one wide receiver. Jeremy Bernard, another one who's going to be a starter, and Isaiah Horton. Isaiah Horton, I believe, last season he had about 50-something catches for Miami, 500 or 600 something yards maybe, and about 6 or 7 touchdowns for Miami. So he's going to be somebody we can watch out for, and he's going to be able to help the team. He's getting praise from his teammates also. As a matter of fact, I read an article that him and Ty Simpson, they already got that rapport. They knew each other before Horton even came to or transferred to Alabama. So they didn't Isaiah Horton and caught some passes from Ty Simpson already. So we'll see how that works out. But for starters, Ryan Williams, Jeremy Bernard, Isaiah Horton. Analysis on the wide receiver. Williams and Bernard both return as starters in the 2025 season. Both are talented and will be key figures on the offense. For 3 receiver sets, Horton makes the most sense to put on the field with Williams and Bernard. Horton might hold the most intrigue or buzz of any transfer portal addition on the roster. He has a chance to be an X factor alongside Williams and Bernard. I agree with that. Okay, moving on to the offensive line. Left tackle, Caden Proctor. Left guard, Cam Dewberry. Center, Parker Brailsford. Right guard, Jaden Roberts. Wilkin formerly right tackle. Now, Caden Proctor, definite starter. Parker Brailsford, definite starter at center. Jaden Roberts, definite starter at guard. Wilkin formerly, Cam Dewberry. In my opinion, I don't think they have their position solidified yet. Like I say, anything can happen. Somebody can come in and beat them out. They can get injured just like anybody can get injured. But as far as left tackle Caden Proctor and center Parker Brailsford and right guard Jaden Roberts, nobody's beating them out. Only way they don't start is if they get injured. That's just my opinion. As I said, Cam Dewberry, left guard, transfer from Texas A&M, and you got Wilkin Farland, who's been on the team for a couple of years now. So, as far as the reserves, Gino Vandermark, he's got a lot of playing time. At center, left guard, right guard, the guy's got a lot of playing time. Olauso Lennon, Michael Carroll, incoming freshman, highly touted. I think he'll be on the field. Jackson Lloyd just may get on the field as a true freshman. You got Casey Poe, Arquel. I don't know his. I can't pronounce his last name. Anugwom. He's a transfer. I believe he came from Ball State. William Sanders, Joseph Ionata, Rock Montgomery, which I think will be on the field. Rotational piece. I'm looking forward to him being on the field. Michael DuBose and Mal Waldrop Jr. Michael DuBose, he just may be on the field also. This offensive line is the only part of this offense that concerns me, because the offense goes as the offensive line goes. All right. If we got a subpar offensive line, you can bet your bottom dollar we'll have a subpar offense. Nothing happens without the offensive line. Pass protection, the ability to open up holes in the run game. That's the most important part of the offense. That offensive line. Everything goes through that offensive line. But I don't know, man. Cam Dewberry, left guard, Texas A&M, transfer from Texas A&M. He just might be the starter. We just gotta wait and see who's gonna start at this left tackle, and not left tackle, but left guard and right tackle. As far as they got William Formerly as the right tackle. Remember, Wilkin Formerly, he got playing time. Remember against South Florida, it was a debacle for him. But then he redeemed himself during the rest of the season. Wilkin Formerly is not a bad player. He just had a bad game, that one game. And if he's the starter, I have the utmost confidence in him. That's just me. All right. Ryan Grubb, he's worked at every position on the offensive side of the ball. Offensive line coach, quarterback coach, running back coach, wide receiver coach. Every position except a tight end coach that Ryan Grubb, our offensive coordinator, Ryan Grubb, has been a coach at. So I'm sure we'll get the right guys in the right place. But as I said, this offensive line has to be on point this season in order for this offense to work. All right. So, but anyway, analysis. Proctor wasn't full go in the spring, but he expects to return to his starting spot at left tackle once healthy. Brailsford is cemented as the center, as is Roberts at right guard. Formerly seems to have a solid grasp on the right tackle job. The toughest spot to project is left guard, where there's competition. Dewberry is a prime contender, but Vandermark could end up starting into that spot as well. Both are experienced options for the opening created as Tyler Booker of the Dallas Cowboys. Carroll and Lord are both elite freshmen. Even if they don't start right away, don't be surprised to see them contribute at some point this season. Okay, Vandermark could end up starting in that spot as well. Talking about the left guard. He's played left guard before already for my Alabama Crimson Tide as the right guard. So we'll see what happens at that position. But as I said, this offensive line has to be better than last season, has to be better than 2023, has to be better than 2022 and 2021 in order for this offense to be successful. That's the only part that worries me. As far as the tight end, they got Josh Quavers as the starter, Danny Lewis Jr., backup, Brody Dalton, Jack Samarco, who transferred from West Virginia, Jay Lindsey, and Marshall Pritchett. Okay, but anyway, Danny Lewis, I expect him to be on the field. Remember, Danny Lewis, he was in the transfer portal at one time and came out the transfer portal. Glad he didn't transfer from my Alabama Crimson Tide. This was back in December. So, and guess what? He didn't put his name in the transfer portal this spring, so he's buying into what Coach Kalen DeBoer and offense coordinator Ryan Grubb is selling. So I've been looking forward to Danny Lewis. I want to see what he brings. He hasn't been on the field that much, and when he is, they don't go to him. He probably caught 4 or 5 catches as an Alabama Crimson Tide football player. But I'm looking forward to seeing him on the field because he's been in the program, and I've been waiting to see him. As far as the analysis on the tight end, injuries decimated this position in the spring, so we're more or less operating here under the assumption that each one would be healthy. In a 2 tight end set, Quavers and Lewis figured to be the 2 top options. Quavers should be the top option with C.J. Dupree and Robert Outs off to the pros. How Alabama works in Dalton and Samarco will be interesting. Both are spring portal additions from Troy and West Virginia, respectively. Okay. I'm waiting to see how much we'll use the tight end in Ryan Grubb's offense. I know he used tight ends, but how much will he use these Alabama tight ends, okay? Will they be mostly blockers? Maybe. I know Josh Quavers, he can catch the ball. Danny Lewis can catch the ball, even though he haven't been on the field that much. I've seen Danny Lewis catch the ball, so I'm not worried about that. Again, tight ends are part of the offensive line. Their blocking is an important piece of this offensive line also. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to this offense. As far as the kicker, which this is really special teams, but as far as the kicker, Connor Talty, he's going to be our kicker. Connor Talty, I hope he done got better. Because I done seen him miss a couple of kicks, 2, 3, 4 kicks, man. I hope he done got better. Because we don't need to go back to the days of, we'll just say back in 20, what was it? Almost cost us a damn national championship game. That was 2017. Easy kick. And the kicker missed it. So we don't need to go back to them days. But reserves, Reed, Schuback, and Tucker Cornelius. I don't know anything about those 2 guys. But Connor Talty, he's going to be our kicker. I have no doubt about it. He's been in the program. I think this is his 2nd season, I believe. But anyway, analysis. After handling kickoff duties a season ago, Talty is the top candidate to take over field goal and extra point duties from Graham Nicholson. So Connor Talty, I think Graham Nicholson was injured for a minute last season. Connor Talty kicked for a couple of games. He missed a couple of field goals, so we can't have that. But all in all, I'm impressed with this offensive line. I mean, not the offensive line, but this 2025 offense. The only thing that concerns me is the offensive line because of the past 3 or 4 years. Offensive line haven't been up to par. And I'm not saying this offensive line is not going to be up to par, but it is a concern of mine. I'm not concerned about the quarterback position, even though we got a first-year starter at quarterback, whether it's Ty Simpson, Austin Mack, or Keelan Russell. I'm not concerned about the quarterback position. I'm not concerned about the running back position, the wide receiver position, or the tight end position. Only the offensive line. That is it, because everything runs through the offensive line. So everybody, y'all tell me what y'all think about this Alabama Crimson Tide 2025 offense or the projected 2025 offense as far as the starters and the depth pieces. So that's it, man. That's it. Just ready to see these guys hit the field against Florida State game 1. That's what I'm waiting on. That's what every other Alabama Crimson Tide fan is waiting on, because I really want to see a well-oiled machine. That's what I want to see. We know it's going to be some mistakes, being it's the first game, but I just want to see a well-oiled machine. And if it's mistakes, make sure those mistakes are something that we can fix, not big mistakes. I don't want to see no undisciplined team offense committing penalties, holding, offensive pass interferences. I don't want to see none of that. Jumping off sides, false starts. I don't want to see none of that. Okay, so play some disciplined football. But anyway, that's the video, and y'all be blessed. Remember, KB don't give a piss about nothing but the Tide, and roll damn Tide. It feels good to only talk about Alabama for a change. But y'all have a blessed day.